What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dream Council podcast, and this is episode 38 of Dream Council Live. My name is Desmond, the administrator of DreamCouncil.com, and on today's show, we're going to be talking a little bit about the netcode so far with KOF98UMFE for Steam, and just talk about our experiences and impressions so far, and maybe talk about some things that we would like to maybe see included in, maybe some things that may need to be fixed. And joining us this afternoon, firstly, we have Juicebox. What's up, man?
Hello, how's it going?
Going good, going good. Thank you very much. And also we have Gunsmith of Orochi. How you doing, man?
Yo, how's it going? I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Good to have you on the show finally, man. First time.
I feel like I've been here before. It's weird. Oh, you put the stick down. Okay.
All right. Before we get into the discussion, man, we're going to go real quick into some promo plugs, posters, and a little bit of news real quick. So first and foremost, Dream Council T-shirts always on sale. You get this design. This is $11. This one is $11.50. This one is $12. And then there's the input shirt. I think that one is maybe $13, $14. But if you want to know more, go to dreamcouncil.spreadshirt.com. And here is Louis Cha and Mysterio rocking the shirts. Bonus prize for winning NEC 15. Congratulations to them. Yeah, this one is, I believe, $11. So go ahead and get you a shirt, again, at dreamcouncil.spreadshirt.com. Also, get you a KOF is here again at orochi.spreadshirt.com. Right, Gunsmith?
No.
No? Where do you get it?
Wait, is that shirt still around? I want that shirt.
Can't get that T-shirt anymore. KOF is copyright to SNK, dude. But if you can get the print, and you can print it yourself if you can get the iron-on T-shirt thing.
Okay.
I think we tweeted it a while ago, but if you want it again, just get in touch because we can distribute it and give it for free, but we can't sell it. It's a no-no.
Okay, so it's a free shirt. All right, great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, nobody's getting any troubles then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We good though. Signed by R. They have the KO13 frame data application that you can download on your smartphone. Very, very useful. What else we got? Big ups to kofuneral.blogspot.com. Check out their Facebook. Holding it down for KOF coverage in Mexico. What else we got? Oh, yeah. KOF13hitbox.blogspot.com if you want to view images of the hitboxes. Also, Lazy Freddy has a playlist where it shows all the hitboxes. Well, I would say a good amount of them in motion for all the cast KOF13. If you want to check that out, just go to our front page. Yo, real quick, somebody has. I hear a little bit of delay.
Hello?
Hello? Check.
Yeah.
Check. 1, 2.
I hear some delay from my voice.
Okay.
You mean feedback?
Feedback, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Feedback looping. It's okay. We'll deal with it just at the moment.
Moving my mic around.
Okay. All right. Big ups to the NES organization in Taiwan. Big ups to Zero Black from Chile. Chat with us at the chat box, Dream Council chat box on the front page. Shout outs to Orochi Naji, because we got Gunsmith here.
Yay!
Shout outs. View the forums via Tappa Talk. Go ahead and download the app where you can view the Dream Council forums and other fighting game forums that are available on your smartphone. Very, very useful. Big ups to the Kings of Colorado, the Kings of Co. Pedro, K. Gallagher, and I think Astro and the rest of the crew there.
Cool,
There's
cool,
some
cool.
local 98 matches,
Mm-hmm.
Like when they stream at night, they're playing 98 too.
Yeah, I noticed. I need to get a game in. Yeah. Yo, Juice, you have headphones, man? Or
I can put them on. Yeah, I got them.
okay, yeah, I'm still hearing myself. It's kind of like throwing me off.
Okay, let me see about that.
All right.
Well, while he's sorting that out, let me just quickly mention we're not selling the KOF is here again T-shirt, but we are selling the Violent Fighting to Come Again T-shirt, which is practically the same thing. So
Okay.
if you want to check that out, that's in originagi.spreadshirt.com.
Yep. All right.
And Pow Pow Cafe,
Okay.
which so far isn't copyrighted. So far. So if I get any letters in the post then and it disappears, you know what happened.
Big ups to FM Sweaty Kings of Online. He made a very good do-along tutorial that used a podcast we did, I think, a year or two ago. So go ahead and check that out. Big ups to SLO Rosarito in Mexico. Shout outs to Chris Santoso. And some few tournaments coming up. Let's see. We have Winter Showdown 2. This is January 10th, 2015. KOF 13 will be there. Shout out to the Kings of Co.
Let me just quickly add, if you're on Facebook, if you've seen the invite page, Visio is giving out some Steam codes to people just who look at the event page. So if you just join the event page, and it's first come first served, you'll see him post some Steam discount codes and maybe some other stuff. So just go check it out if you can.
Oh, cool. That's pretty dope, man. All right. Another tournament that is coming up is Frosty Frostings, which is a Guilty Gear-based tournament. Is going to be in the Chicago, Illinois area. KOF 13 will be there, as well as a bunch of other fine titles. And we might try to see if we can do a 98 UMFE tournament. We're going to try. We're going to definitely see if we can do a little side tournament there. And are there any other tournaments that's going down in January that I have missed?
You mean in the US or
anywhere?
Anywhere? Oh, crikey! In January, I think Austria. You've got what's it called again? Hopefully they're not listening, so they won't kill me. But there's a tournament in Austria in January, and then in Chile, I believe there's one, and was it Mr. Cano is coming over from Argentina to fight in that one. Oh God, I should know the names of these things. Too many damn tournaments. I don't know, but just go to Dream Council, go to Rochinagi, and you can find out the details there. We'll keep you informed. Ain't that right?
Yes, indeed. Okay, all right. Well, why don't we get into our main topic, man, the main order of business. And past week or two, we've been playing KOF98.
All day, every day.
Match final. That's a mouthful of a title, man. I would say on Steam. And I want to ask y'all, man. Y'all remember the very first day it came out? What did y'all think, pretty much so far, man? Gunsmith, you can start.
The first day, yeah, that was fun. Like, was it 3 a.m. in the morning? It was like, yeah, it's going to be out right now. No, it's not. Okay, rage. Ah!
Delayed another couple of whatevers.
It's like, yeah, exactly. We're like, yeah, well,
Is it now? How about now? Now.
Yeah, now. Check in a minute. It'll be there in a minute. And then, yeah, I was like, I'm going to sleep. I had enough of this. I'm going to sleep. And then I just checked my phone before closing my eyes. I'm like, it's out. I'm like, oh, for crying out loud, man. Okay, I'll get back out.
Yeah, people are antsy, man. I was definitely pretty antsy too. I thought it was gonna be like on the dot, and stuff like that. I'm sitting here, man. I'm just like, come on, man, come on. Where is it at? I'm all like refreshing stuff, and yeah, I was going nuts, dude. I don't know why, man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I sighed a few times. I was looking down and just, I want to play KOF. But hey, an hour later, it was up, so we're good.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
question: did you guys prepare at all, like by trying to play 98 or by playing UM on Xbox?
I thought about it, but then I thought against it because I'm like, I should probably make sure I don't get used to anything that was like I looked at the final edition change list and I'm like, oh, they actually changed things.
Mhm.
So like close C's not missing on chin and stuff. So I'm like, I don't want to put too much time. I just waited for it.
For myself, I always played 98 UM 98, you know, and I had to kind of get back in the swing of things a little bit because I've been playing a lot of 13. Like as far as like timing my combos and stuff, yeah, I felt like I had to like relearn it. I'm getting it back, but yeah, I did look at the changes. I'm like, oh, the changes ain't too crazy or significant. There's some light things or whatever, so I should be good. But
Unless you play Krauser.
oh yeah, well yeah, his was just mainly a damage reduction, which he needed because yeah, he was a little beastly in original 98 UM. But yeah, I did prepare a little bit, but yeah, the first day when I got it, dude, like yeah, I did have a little bit of trouble. Some people were saying that it was laggy on their end. On my end, it was like good. I had like host advantage. Didn't y'all have that at first? Like, what troubles y'all had?
I heard some reports of that, like, are you moving? Because I'm kicking your ass and you're not doing anything. But I'm like, no, that's not true because you gave up, son. So there were some Killer Instinct style desyncs, if you're familiar with how that game started out with the netcode. So there were some desyncs and I don't know if the host advantage thing is real. I mean, just like some people think the game has slowdown when you hit with Rio's Koken, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how the game's supposed to be.
Oh yeah.
You know. But,
I've seen a couple of matches where I was pretty sure there was an advantage for one of us at least, because I could feel like sometimes I had a really smooth match. I was like, this is too good, and then I could see like the opponent trying to punish me, but it was just coming out late. You could see he was trying something, but it was coming out late, and obviously I was punishing him, so I was like, hey. But then I saw it happen to me, and I thought, okay. Yeah, I don't know if this happens just for KOF 98. I think maybe it happens also for 13 and other games as well. But it definitely happened.
When I think back, it happened to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, on my end, I kind of thought like, okay, my specs is really, really, really low. Like I'm using like 2 gigahertz like dual core processor. I'm using like 3 gigs of RAM. My graphics card is like the lowest of the low. I have like 256. Megabit of video RAM and stuff. So I'm like, oh man, like it can't run this. Like I'm thinking like because like it's 98. Like the game is like 2D. Like I thought it'll like run on like nothing, but I had nothing to really run it on at first. So I feel that people kind of need to make sure that their computer is kind of up to snuff so they can run it properly. But then came a update, a little beta, I would say patch update. And how were y'all experiences when that happened? Gunsmith, you start.
Yeah, I mean, in contrast, I got a new laptop, and it's an i7, and I was like, yeah, game runs fine, man. I don't see what the problem is. It's just blitzing away. Like, oh, you guys, man, what's wrong with your setup? I don't understand. It's just so cool. And then they had the update, and I thought, hold on, the game actually looks smoother. What's going on? And yeah, no, it improved things. And the other day, I got my old laptop out and put it on, and it ran okay. I think I had to close off the antivirus and reboot it and just try to minimize other programs running, but otherwise it ran, and it was like cool because I don't think it needs too much of a high spec for this.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to try it on multiple computers. I haven't really moved in the last couple of days. Been lucky with work, So just been playing KOF, but I didn't have any performance issues with it. Then
Okay.
again, I did build this computer like a week ago before something like that. So it's like, yeah, I'm good. But I remember the beta. The first thing that affected the play was when they fixed the Steam matchmaking thing. They had a problem where after someone would connect to your match, it wouldn't shut off the Steam matchmaking, and it would basically gouge your ping by
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a big
4,000
problem.
MS. I think that was the first fix for the
Yeah.
netcode.
Yeah, that was crazy when I saw those numbers. I'm like, man, is somebody like moving to the moon or something like that?
Oh
It's like,
boy, KOF is here again. Woo! 2,000 ping is here again.
oh yeah. But good. That was fixed, man. Because when I tried it, I played Lazy Freddy. He lives in Connecticut. Before the patch, and yeah, he was getting the 1 second delay. But then when we opted in the beta, like his delay or that 1 second delay was pretty much gone, and we were able to play, and our ping was like at like 90, 100, stuff like that. So it helped a lot, and I was like very, very, very excited. And yeah, and after that, it was just like kind of smooth sailing from there. So what what connections have y'all had, man, with between people from different places, and what were the pings were like, and how was like the delay you felt from your end and their end? Gunsmith, you can go ahead and start.
I'll start.
Okay.
Well, so we talking about before or after they added the delay setting?
We can go before, then after. Yeah.
All right. Like before, pings were pretty bad. I was getting matches usually in like the 150 to 300 range, and like once every couple were a little playable, and then there would be hiccups. Like I maybe had one like smooth all the way through match, and it was with a guy in California. And I think I had like 90 ping to him. But
Yeah.
like above 100 ping, matches would hiccup or inputs wouldn't take and things like that, and it was, I would say, substandard. You know, those issues have more or less been resolved now, but I'll let Gunsmith talk before I, do backflips.
Okay. Yeah, kind of similar. It's better. And the funny thing is, of course, when you hear about all the people saying, yeah, GGPO, I'm like, yeah, I remember playing GGPO, and I also remember playing like on PlayStation Network, and so I'm used to playing with like 1 second or 2 second input delay. So I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Just play in the future. Okay, yeah, fine. All right, and then the patch came, and I thought, hey, this is really responsive. I mean, I don't know if you guys played KOF96 or that was crazy, man.
Yo, I was saying that like before the game was coming out. I was like, yo, like 96 had input delay, and it worked pretty good. I was playing someone from here, Minnesota, to California, like Southern California, and it felt good. I'm like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah, it was scary, man. I was like, what? This is good. And then I was like, oh, for crying out loud, where's 98 for God's sake? But no, anyway. So yeah, now I'm getting pings of it's not quite 3,000 anymore. It's more like 100, 150, sometimes 70. Obviously, under 100 is brilliant. It's just brilliant. There's nothing to say about that at all.
Yeah.
150, well, it's playable. But I think the ping thing is not really that accurate. I think that's just things that's something that you just can't really fix. I don't know. It's just like I said. I had a match of a guy who had 200, and it was just like at least 1 second delay, and I'm like, but some guys have had like 180, and it's been okay. It's just been like half a second delay, and it's playable.
Yeah.
And I remember that people were saying that we had a region lock or something, but I hosted a game, and I had some guy coming in with 500 ping, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like looking for a match, and I was like ended up with some guy in Japan, and I was like, hey, what the hell is this? So I don't know.
Did you connect? Did you try?
No, I didn't even try. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not fighting.
I make that face a lot now.
Okay. All right. I wrote down a lot of my experiences. Almost a majority of the people that I play with. I almost have like 5 pages of stuff, and I've noticed.
Pillow.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna read it all off, man.
Hey, let's just
I would say
relax.
I was gonna say the gist of it was that yeah, under 100 is good. 150 is yeah, still playable, but you still notice something, and 200 is like
It depends.
playable, but like like it's very noticeable, like very noticeable. You have to just kind of concentrate your way through a lot of the combos, and it's a little hard to react to things. I
Hmm.
feel. I did play one guy in Mexico, and that was the ping we got was like 130 to like 144, and I live in Minnesota, and I mean it was okay. And then I played somebody from North Carolina, and then it was like anywhere from like 100 to like 170. So I don't know that it was a little weird because like NC isn't that far from Minnesota, but I don't know. I'm guessing maybe his connection was a little weak. I would say that I think people should try to wire up their connections because I did play some
Oh,
people
please.
on wireless and I wasn't really feeling it. It was like it was getting there, but it was like stuttering and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, do you play on wireless? They're like, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why, man. So I feel that people need to wire up their connection.
Done with that. What year is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Plug it in. Let's go.
Yeah. Juice, did you try any coast to coast testing at all? Did you play anybody in the West?
Actually, I played somebody on the east coast of Canada. Our ping was like 250, and I think his setting was actually 20, so the match was smooth. But the problem was just that the delay was like 3/4 of a second as far as on the inputs. So, I mean, I like what they've done with the game now is just you can make matches smooth if you really want them to be,
Right.
but it's more than likely, you need to limit the ping to a certain amount. Just if you care about the competitiveness and the speed of the game, For me, if pings for me are under 200, I'm cool with that. If they're under 150, usually they're great. It's in
Yeah.
that 150 maybe to 250 range where they're playable, and I'll just decide if I want to do it or not. Like usually, those matches are smooth,
Yes.
not super responsive.
Okay. Gunsmith, man, what's the farthest player you've like connected to where the gameplay was like really playable? You think?
Wait, what?
No. What's the farthest distance you played
Oh,
someone where if like where it felt like
Where it
good,
didn't
where it
suck.
felt playable? Yeah.
oh crap. Well, come on. I mean, it depends on their internet as well. It's like,
Oh yeah.
if they've got fiber optic and we're both living in 2014, it's pretty good. I played like my geography's actually really bad. Let me see. So I'm currently in France. Let's have a look. Where's Poland? Poland. I can't find
If
it.
you want to screen share a map.
Whoa! Okay, I can see Poland. Whoa! Where's France? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. So in fact, right. So how do we screen share?
It's on the left. It's a green box with an arrow inside.
Okay. Let's. Well.
Today on Dreamcast, a little geography lesson.
That one. So does that work? Can you see? No.
I don't see nothing.
No, it should.
No? Oh, hold on. Oh, right. It's a stupid thing. Right. I'm screen sharing. Where am I?
Yeah.
see
Oh,
anything?
here we go.
Purple
Yeah,
dot.
we see it.
You see the map?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, I'm going to try and zoom in on this if this works.
Oh man, I feel like I'm playing Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Right, let's see. So, oh God, come on, zoom in. You see Greenland?
Yeah.
No, we're nowhere near that.
I see
Hey.
London. I see France.
Right, okay. So basically, there's France. There's United Kingdom. Yeah, France is just over there, and I can get pings with the UK. We're about around 100, under 100, which is pretty amazing.
Okay.
Germany, you see, Germany is on the right, top right, above France, and Poland's on the other side.
Okay.
And I was playing this guy, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. And so to compare that to somewhere in the US, oh, they haven't split up US to something. That's like playing. Well, I suppose it's like playing like Peru to Venezuela, I suppose,
Okay.
if that's some sort of comparison. Because I don't have any. You don't have the states on this thing, but it's like playing someone in another state that is a state away, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, probably halfway across the country in the U.S. Maybe like the size of Texas away.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Very nice. All
Okay.
right. All right. Let's talk a little bit about something we touched upon a little while ago was the max input delay setting they put in the option mode. And Juice, you really like this setting, man. Can you elaborate, tell people what it is and the
Okay,
things you have
so
found?
if you want a text explanation, I posted it on the Steam forum. It has its own topic. Go check it out.
Yeah.
But basically, you can manage bad ping. Bad in the sense of maybe 200 to 500. You can make it smooth. If your match is stuttery, it's because it's taking too long. The game's like, give me a response, give me a response. And you set up the delay setting, which can go up to 30, which you really don't want to set it to 30, but I digress. You set it higher. It gives them more time to respond, and you don't see any stuttering as long as they respond within those amount of frames. You multiply by 16.7, then that basically gives you an idea of how much ping you can compensate for. So for example, my setting is set to 15. So mathematically, that means if you have 250 ping with me or less, the match will probably be smooth if your connection isn't terrible. But my inputs will be delayed by up to 15 frames. The thing is, it's a max setting. Because it's a max setting, if we're at 100 ping, we're not going to delay 15 frames. It's going to go smooth and awesome.
Yeah.
Now, by default, it sets it to 9 in the game. If people turn theirs up a little bit, that would probably help a few people. Also, they made a change recently. If the settings are different between two players, which they often will, it'll say at the bottom of the lobby under the names if you're using the other player's setting, and it will use the higher one. So if you have like 300 ping with someone and yours is set to 10, it probably wouldn't go well, but it'll say at the bottom, they are using a setting of 18 or something like that, and it might go well because you're using 18, but you'll be delayed by 18 frames or whatever. So if that setting is high enough, you can make matches smooth in 200 to 500 range. 30 frames is 500 ms, but obviously 30 frames is too much of a delayed input, but I'm repeating myself now. Just set it a little bit higher. If you set it to 15, you should be able to have good matches up to and maybe even over 200 ping, and that's been my experience. If people are 250 or under, I can generally get playable matches, and under 200 is where they get really competitive and good.
Okay. Yeah, because you and I, we tested it for a second, and our ping is like 120, 130.
Yeah,
And when we first played, it was a little stuttery because I think mine was at like 9. It was at the default, and then when we buffed it to like 15, it felt smoother, but it was still a little bit of delay. So we brought it down to like 12, and then it felt pretty good.
Yeah.
So I believe
I was streaming the first time, so that takes up a tiny bit of my upload. I've noticed it affects me on 13 too, but it affects me much less on 98 because of that setting. That's useful.
Right.
But, yeah.
Right, and then the second time we played when you weren't streaming it, I felt on my side that it felt a little better,
It felt a bit better for me. My inputs were super clean, so.
Right. Gunsmith, man, have you experimented a lot with the max input delay with people?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right, that's fair. I mean, you're getting good matches, though. I mean, even if you haven't messed with it, so that's good, man. That's cool. All right. Second order of business, man. All right. Somebody asked me this, and I couldn't answer them. Like, I had a little trouble answering this question, but somebody was like, "Yo, like the netcode, man. How is it compared to KOF13?" And I'm like, I don't know, man. Cause like it's a different feel of the game or whatever. So, so I couldn't really give them a straight answer. But what do y'all think of that? Have y'all gotten any questions like that, Juice?
I've been asked that once on a stream. Because I played 13 online a lot on Steam, just because I wanted to play, and living in Oregon, I got no one to play over here almost. So, but in KOF 13 online, you can't really see the ping. You just have the little bar setting.
Yeah.
If it's a 3 or a 4, you're relatively close. Most of those matches are good. Some matches on 2 bars can be good. It's kind of hit or miss. But it's playable as long as you keep looking and keep playing. The thing is, the input delay setting and the fact that you can see the ping on 98 just makes it so much more manageable, because you can immediately more or less tell if the match will be good, unless the ping is being reported incorrectly. Assuming those ping numbers are accurate, you can just say, well, this is my setting. I have the highest one because it's not changing to his setting. This will be a smooth match. I can decide if I want to play this or if I don't. So naturally, you might just want to take some precaution and say, well, it's 300. Well, let's try it. Maybe it'll be good. I know this guy lives a state away from me, so let's try it anyway. But I would say right now the 98 netcode is a bit better than 13, just because you can tell right away in the lobby if it's going to be good, and it's not going to be so much guesswork at 2 or 3 bars like it was with 13, where you're just sort of hoping and praying. 98 is, I would say, a step up.
Okay. What do you think, Gunsmith?
Yeah, I don't really like this question. I think 98 has always had a chance, and there's a billion reasons why, to be honest. But let's put it this way. I mean, I remember when one of the I think is an editor or something, Dev from Shoryuken, started asking the developers, Code Mystics, about why they weren't using GGPO and why they wouldn't decide that in the first place, and how rollback was better, and it's been used with several games. And I was like, yeah, okay, why hasn't UF's Ultra been using it then? And why are people asking for it on Steam? And blah 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 blah. Really unnecessary conversation, to be honest. But in the end, we've got this. It doesn't have rollback, and it's been working absolutely fine. But one of the arguments, was that KOF it's a more simple game. Yeah, you need reactions, but the combos, you don't have to do all this drive cancel, drive cancel, drive cancel, drive cancel, juggle, drive cancel, juggle, the kind of combo. You can just do a combo with 3 hits, and you're like, hey, and you're a happy bunny, and it's like it's not as demanding. So I don't really feel like, when you're trying to do a karate combo, HD combo, you know when you drop that combo, you're going to start swearing at the computer and at the netcode. But you won't have so much of an opportunity to even do that on 98, because the combo is already finished by the time you've looking at the screen. So yeah, it's always destined to really be better, and it feels better. It's like that, and that's one of the things with GTPO as well. The games that you have on it, most of them, I don't know every single one, but actually, I think Killer Instinct was kind of based on GGPO, wasn't it?
Killer Instinct on Xbox One has an in-house rollback. So it's not GGPO, but it is rollback based. And I did have an Xbox One up to about a week ago, but it played excellently. You can't see bars, you can't see connection qualities. It just sort of matches you with people randomly. But I very rarely had bad matches. But the thing about rollback is you can tell because of all the rewinding. Well, this is a crap match. But I would say 80-90% of matches didn't. So.
But did you have long combos in? I mean, I remember kind of piano type combos on Killer Instinct or.
Killer Instinct on Xbox One has the length doesn't really matter. The point is without getting too technical, there are some really tight sort of Street Fighter 4 one-frame links, but there are also plenty of, you've got a huge window to do this, and
right.
If you're really, really good and you get to the part where you're using manuals, which is what the links are called, if you get to that point, the netcode is not going to get in your way too much. The point is that the input delay is consistent, more or less across the board. The matches are always smooth, so if you're good at adjusting to online play, Killer Instinct is not going to hold you back.
Right.
The netcode was really good, but you don't really need super tight combos until you get really good. You don't even need them. It's more of a mid-combo mind game sort of a deal.
Okay, because one of the things I really didn't like about the rollback was exactly those situations where you're suddenly the computer goes, no, 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 that didn't happen. So I'm going to rewind that, and you guys play it again. So I'm like,
cut.
Sorry, what? I was doing a HD combo there. What? And the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure QQ, the KOF98 and probably 2002 QQ version actually is using rollback, because I was watching Café on Steam, and I've seen some teleports, and I was like, hell, what?
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's okay-ish for that kind of situation, because again, the combos and things, they can happen within a second, and it's not gonna, well, it's gonna mess up your game, but you're not gonna go, oh no, I've just lost half of my HD combo. It's it's a split-second kind of thing, hopefully. So it's not so bad, but yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, the netcode here is definitely, as Juice is saying, it's a step up. It's great. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. There's still some things. We got a lot of desync issues at the moment. That's been happening more and more frequently now, and it's quite disappointing. When you think you've won, you're like, yeah, whooped your ass, whooped it good.
Yeah, rather explicitly, it's like, man, you wasn't blocking, you wasn't doing anything. And then like, no, we just sing like, oh.
It's like he gave up. I must be really good.
Rage, like silent rage. Right. Going back real quick on the QQ thing, Gunsmith. I could be wrong, but the QQ client, that's not peer-to-peer. I mean, it doesn't like connect like how Steam connects. It's like through just their server in China.
I think you're right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember I think some people tried it or whatever, and then like they're like, man, like we live next door and it's like horrible or whatever. So yeah, I believe like it is like, just for that region and stuff like that, so I remember some people on the Steam forum was like, yeah, man, the QQ, and like, nah. It's not peer-to-peer or connected directly.
I remember seeing like there was a map of the servers that are available, and it was just like 5 in the whole world.
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
Good match.
All right. Yo, real quick, Gunsmith, man, you organized and held a online tournament on Steam. How did that go?
Yeah. It was good. It's a bit of a messy job, and it's irritating. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Surprising, actually. Yeah. Got some random people coming in, and they're just like, "Yo, I've never played KOF before," and "Hey, I played 13, and I just thought I'd try 98." Like, yeah, I'm going to show you Chris and do some really horrible things to you with Goro, but keep playing. Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I mean, it's not a huge number. We had like yesterday we had like about 8 people, and today we had 6. And people turned up late, and people just disappeared, and people rage quit because they were too far away. But yeah, it's the usual kind of thing. Well, actually, today it was funny because we were playing with this guy, and he was like, "Yeah, this is not really good, is it? It's like my ping's kind of 300. It's really weird. It shouldn't be that bad." We're like, "Yeah, where are you from?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm here in the U.S. This is a European tournament."
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, but it worked, right?
Right. I mean, even on like GGPO, I don't really play people over like overseas. I might like if it's like if our pings are like under like 170, but I remember even playing like Zero Black from Chile on GGPO, and our ping was like 160 and stuff, but it was playable, but it was still very like noticeable. Like the rollback was just like too much. I couldn't see things like connecting, like he was crossing me up and stuff like that. And things was just like time shifting, but I mean it was still very, very playable. But I mean it's not ideal. I think it just depends on the person, like how much they want to withstand. If they want to play underwater, go right ahead, play people in Japan. But if you want to play like close to offline, play local, play national, regional, or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. So why don't we talk about? There's going to be some upcoming features. The netcode for the game is still work in progress. We're still in the beta phase. What are some things y'all would like to see, man? And what are some features that you've seen Code Mystics announce that they may try that you are interested in trying out?
Well, I'm interested in the UDP, obviously. I assume we're probably going to get to that soon. But, I mean, for me...
Oh, we can talk about it now.
Okay, yeah. So
I'm going to
one of the
remind people
things-
what it is.
Yeah.
One of the things that Code Mystics wants to add is what's called UDP transports. And what this really means is if you know your friend's IP address, you can just put that in the game and you connect directly that way rather than going through the Steam server. When you do a custom match or a create match, you're basically sending a message to the Steam server, and then someone sending messages to the Steam, and they look at what games are available. Once you connect, the Steam server disconnects, and you two are directly connected. UDP transport just lets you go around Steam and say, I don't need Steam. And the thing about that, why would you want to, is sometimes you have like a big zigzag pattern between you and your friend and the Steam server, whereas a straight line between you would be much faster. So if there's someone that right now you have like a friend and you have like a 250 ping to each other, if you tried typing their IP in directly and use UDP instead, you might have like a 100 ping or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So basically anybody that you want to play that's in that mid or high ping range through Steam, you could try the UDP instead and probably have a better experience. And it's probably going to be better overall, with very few exceptions.
Oh yeah. I tested with someone from Chile, and their ping was like 300, 330, 340, and then in-game in Steam for 98 UMFE. But then I traced their ping or ping their IP, and I got like at least 150, 160, 170, and that's like half. That's like close to half, and I think that's pretty good. That's probably like I'm guessing maybe 4 frames delay. You think like
160,
because
160 is about 10. So
okay, because they did say it's like 1/2 ping. You know what I'm saying when they announced it or whatever a while ago.
that was before the setting. That doesn't really apply anymore because we can do that manually now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Just 10 is 160 more or less.
Right. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. That should cut things in half. We'll definitely see though. But any like upcoming, not upcoming, but things y'all would like to see for future updates? Gunsmith, man, you have anything that you?
I think with most of the players that have been following the update, we're pretty happy with the online now. I mean, if it can be better, that's great.
Yeah.
And we understand, miracles can't be made. But the one thing that we would love would be a lobby. But I don't know how exactly this works. But it seems like that's just. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it doesn't look like it.
A lobby where there's just multiple people in one room, no spectating, but just like sitting and waiting their turn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are ways around this, but we would just like it if it would just be simple, like within the game, because whereas like right now it's like I've got to open a window for the Steam chat, I've got to open a window for Twitch. Well, actually that's nothing to do with it, but it's complicated, and you want things to be simple. So just a lobby, where people can meet and do stuff and chat while waiting for games and doing all that cross-fighting stuff, so nobody's waiting around. That the certain other games can do, which is pretty damn impressive. Well, I don't know if they can do that, but it would be nice. The other thing that made GTPO so wonderful was the spectator mode, but we've kind of got that now. Though I've only seen a couple of people using it, and I don't know if that's going to create the spec lag that was also quite famous in GGPO.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It's like, no man, I didn't lose. It was spectator lag, man. Get off me. 100 people watching my match, man.
And you're referring to the broadcaster in Steam, right?
Yeah, that's the broadcast thing. So it's the equivalent of spectator. So
yeah.
Like if you remember the days when, like, yesterday and Dakar, whatever, actually they're the same person, was people in China, like, yeah, Shanghai and Dakar were playing, and you just like 100, 200 people watching this match, man. And you're just like, whoa!
Yeah. Or like in O2, you see like Bala playing like Humma or something, or some other like really like famous player, and then there's like 200 spectators, and you can almost see it like lagging in front of your face. You're like, oh man, they're struggling, man. Everybody's watching.
And then then you got the chat next to it, and you're just like, he's gonna win! Oh, what a scrub! Ah.
Yeah.
It's really great fun. And if we could have that, it could bring some of the hype back to KOF. But saying that, I got to point out, well, it's an opinion, so
Okay.
it's just an opinion. Like I said, most of the players that you see in the Steam forums at the moment, we're kind of happy. We're just happy that the game works right now. And the things that people are asking for now are just absolutely nothing to do with netcode. It's all about 3D backgrounds,
Arrange soundtrack.
Come on, man! I want the arranged soundtrack. Yeah.
Gotta hear my Arashi.
What? What do you want?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was kind of like against those requests at first, but I can understand why people want that, because some people they probably don't care too much about playing online or playing competitive. They just like the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? They want the color edit, they want the music, they want the 3D backgrounds. They don't play the game for competitive reasons. You know what I'm saying? And I could kind of understand that. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, I want good netcode. I mean, like, even if all the characters had one color, I couldn't care less. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was just a roast, saxophone throughout the whole game over there, and we got good netcode, I kind of don't care. But I mean, nothing's wrong with like editing your colors. I mean, I used to do that in O2UM. It's a fun addition, but I mean, I feel like from my perspective, I mean, it's okay, but I understand why people request things like that. I mean, like, they're fans of the game and they like aesthetics.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There is one feature that I'm hoping that they do add. This was a problem with 13.2, and just if you think about the direction the netcode is going, UDP, you're not going to get their IP address from in the game. You have to ask them outside the game. Inputs a setting. Hey, do you know about this? Like, say, players are new to the game. We want to educate them about that. We want to hit them up on Steam chat. I would like for the game to actually use Steam's recent player list, so I can be like, I just played this person. Click, hey, GG's.
What is with that? I thought it was I thought my thing was bugged out.
No, it doesn't work on 13 either. It's a developer thing. I don't know exactly what they would have to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that would work, we could just be like, hey, rather than, hope that people watch this or go to Rochanagi or Dream Cancel, we directly connect.
Real quick, man, about the recent friend list, I actually wrote down person's name, and I searched, and then there was like 100 of the same person's names, and I'm like going through. All right, did you play 98? Did you play 98? Did you play? Oh, man. And it was a good connection. It was like 80 to 90. Like, we were going back and forth. He like beat me twice. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get him this time. And then like he left, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna search for his name. And then next thing you know, there's a million. I'm like, oh man.
Nah, man, you ain't gonna find him, and that's a funny thing actually. Some people were mentioning that on the forums. You gotta, we're players, like we like playing the game. Yeah, netcode's important. And then you find these people who go online, they'll fight you, and regardless if they win or lose, they leg it straight away afterwards. They just disappear. They want a rematch, and you're like, this is not a ranked match, dude. What where'd you go? What?
Yeah.
They just run. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, real quick, Juice. You said about the UDP thing. I believe that. I mean, I'm reading from the thread that you'll probably be only to put in like a number in your router, and if another person has that number in the router, they'll probably connect. If you have that setting in. So I think that'll be a lot better than trying to put somebody's like ping in or whatever. I mean, you could do that if you want to like measure out the ping, but I think it'll be pretty easy in GGPO style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I'm hoping like there's some way in game of doing it simple. Like if not your IP address, you'll go in the game and the game will say this is your UDP number, and you can give it out to people, and you're not actually giving away your IP. But
Yeah, we
I'll tell
don't
you
want
right
any
now,
serious messing around with routers and
Right.
yeah,
servers and stuff.
as soon as anything involves router settings, nobody does it. Trust me, Third Strike Online on 360. Yatagarasu, there's two ports they ask you to open. There's three ports they ask you to open. There's a little checkbox in the launcher which sometimes works, but sometimes, router settings are the easy way to get.
Yeah.
Right.
No
Well,
We just need point and click things, man. We don't want any.
right. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like, I mean, with the GGPO community, I mean, they've like went through that pretty well. I mean, but for somebody that isn't really savvy to like router things,
Yeah, dude, those guys, man, they know how to use a PC generally. You know.
no, that's true. Yeah, it's a different like audience. I mean, I remember like telling people about GGPO. I'm like, yeah, man, what you got to do is you got to open your ports, you got to go on your router. Say like, oh, no, man, I ain't messing with that, man. I don't know how to get in my router. I gotta open it up or something. I'm like, no, dude, you just put in this in your.
No,
You're
you
like,
just
no,
take this,
man.
and then you click here, and
And
one of these are a little different, so you gotta.
Oh yeah, and then everybody's like router has different settings. Like some settings don't have like outright in quotes port like forward port opening or something like that. They may have a different word and stuff like that. And some routers they only allow you to just open a certain amount of ports, and some have in, some have out, some don't, or whatever. So yeah, it could be kind of weird, but we'll see what happens.
I gave up telling people about that. I'm just like, just see that little checkbox next to DMZ? Just check that, and you'll be fine.
Whoa.
You'll be fine. Just put on the DMZ.
Okay. Yeah. You know that sys32? Yeah, just delete that. You don't need that. It's fine.
Little router humor here. Okay.
Yeah. I think one feature they should try to put in is like a sound when you get a
ding.
player.
Oh my God! Here comes a new challenger. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be good. I agree with that.
Yeah, because there have been way too many times I'll be waiting and then I'm looking in another like tab or something, or I'm like away and then I look at my screen. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, whoa, and then I see someone like leave. I'm like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah. You should stop looking at those dirty sites, Des. It's really not good.
I know
Very
you're
distracting.
on account, man. Stop it.
Nah. No, sir, man. I like a clean computer, man. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, this is one question I had. This might be kind of weird. Do y'all think they should have some sort of like input delay offline function in practice mode, like how it is in Xrd, or do you think we're okay with just?
That's a really modern concession that Capcom has started to make. Like it's in like the Marvel 3 training mode. It's in like the Tekken Tag 2 training mode and stuff.
DOA's got that as well, haven't they?
It's interesting. I guess it would be nice if they had it, but what that is for people that are really focused on doing well online.
Okay.
That is a setting for people that want to get used to 250 ping when they get into a ranked match and they really want to win it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, if you practice at all in the first place, the timing for your button presses won't be the same. It'll just be, well, is it going to drop my packet or is it not? So if you're able to adjust to slightly laggier games, which I imagine you would be if you keep playing, I really don't think that setting is necessary. It's just a really modern thing that, in my opinion, you don't even need. Like if you just play online, you will naturally start to adjust to the lag. I wouldn't want them to waste time on that. But hey, if they throw it in, whatever, I won't use it.
Okay, Gunsmith, I guess you agree with Juice, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if they chuck it in, great, but otherwise, don't really need it. You can't predict every single online match is going to have the same amount of delay. So
yeah, okay, that's cool. One other thing I would like to see, if they can't do the lobby, I wouldn't mind just seeing who's paired up. I mean, you can't spectate, but I wouldn't mind just like seeing a list of like, all right, this person's playing this person's playing this person, and with also a list of people available. Is that something that y'all think would be good, or I mean, because I know a lot of people, they say, man, it's not, no one's playing online. I can't see nobody playing online or whatever. It looks empty. Like, I mean, it'll kind of give people like a sense of mind that, oh man, there's people playing and stuff like that. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, that sounds cool. Like if instead of it just showed you a host, it shows chair one, chair two, and you can see if two people are playing or
Yeah.
if someone's waiting for it. You know, obviously
Mhm.
you'll join and it'll say this room is already full. Well, darn, too late. But it would be nice if there was like a list of players there, like kind of like what was it? I think like Soul Calibur 5 had like that cool mode where you could just see a whole bunch of people playing and you could just play people randomly. I mean, we're getting into some pretty crazy awesome features here, but yeah, that would be cool if they could do that.
Okay. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know if I would waste time, resources to focus on that, but
Mhm.
that would be cool, And it's a very good point you raised there, and it's very, very important, I think, for games now. When people go online, they need to see that people are actually playing it. Steam has a couple of features that kind of, give you the idea, but it's not clear and it's not directly in your face. There's actually a thing in Steam which shows you exactly how many players are playing KOF98 Ultimate Match right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't see that immediately. And I've had situations when trying to promote games where people, you do some tournament, you do some stream, and they go, yeah, I want to play this game, rah! And then they come back to you next day and go, nobody's online, man. This game is shit. I'm not playing this. And it's like, what? Jackie Chan face, what? And people just don't realize. It's like even today, I'm like sitting in the chat room on Steam, and it's like people come and they see people there, and they stay. They're not even playing, but they just stay, and they play KOF or something by themselves, but they're there, and it's just the kind of thing you have to do, and it's really quite tiring because we've got other things to do. So if the interface could do something about that and let people know people are playing this game, it could help things a lot.
Okay. Another thing I wouldn't mind seeing is waiting while in training mode.
Ugh, I wish.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just sitting looking at a screen waiting. I mean, why not spend that time practicing, and then and if somebody comes, you get the the little, here comes a new challenger, and you play. Like, do you think that might be implemented? Maybe it's tough for it to, or what y'all think?
I have no idea, man. I wish they could do that because that with the sound effect of someone waiting in your room was just make everything a lot more productive and stop me going to unclean sites.
Yeah, good job, Alan. Good job.
Oh man.
I think they have all the resources they need to do it. They have training mode. They have online. They could just, I mean, I'm not a programmer, but I imagine they could just say, okay, so run the online, but just put that away and run the training mode. And if this happens, hey, here comes new challenger, switch to the other window. It doesn't seem like that would be a feature that they can't implement based on the resources they have. But I think that may be SNK's call. That may be a feature that they might have to pay them for.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that counts as like something they could just patch in. That probably would have to be like a new type of online mode with regards to how the developers would see it. Like, because you have to consider resources. Like, okay, so it's running the searching algorithms while it's actually running the offline game, and they have to make sure that they don't cross streams, things like that. So that may be a feature that I'm assuming SNK said not to implement, or that just wasn't on the agenda, and so it just hasn't been added.
Right, because I do remember it wasn't on the Xbox version, while the 13 on console had that from the jump.
Yeah, this is an interesting point because we expected 2002 to be a port of the arcade. It's not. This is a port of the Xbox version, which is baffling to me because it's like, okay, they took the Xbox version and then they tweaked the characters. Huh? So this programming is way over my head, man.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Well, any other things I would like to see within netcode at all? before we shift?
Names in match.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Can't see their names in match.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
that'd
almost
be cool.
forgot about that. I wouldn't mind a win counter.
Yeah, sure. Win counter, spectator counter. Yeah.
No, no spectator. Just a win counter. Just you know, using from the the arcade mode. You know what I'm saying? How they have the win counters up top.
Mm.
That's a double-edged sword, man. I don't know. I don't know how many times I've been playing KOF 13, and it's like level 99, wins 20, losses 2, and
Oh,
somebody joins, and they're like, "Nope."
well,
Like, I
maybe.
just want to play. Stick
Yeah,
around. Stick
yeah,
around.
yeah. Maybe. I mean, it can reset maybe when you get a new person or something like that. Maybe.
Mm.
I was thinking at first like player match records, but I was like no because like people take numbers kind of seriously and they might
Yeah.
rage or whatever. Like no.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a double-edged sword. It's like the whole achievements thing and the numbers thing, it keeps people going, but yeah, it can scare people off.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. All right then. Any other things y'all like to see before we shift topics, or are we good?
Boobs.
Netcode-wise, I think that's good. This game's honestly, it's really good. If you're listening and you're not sure if you're not sure if the netcode is good, trust us. We play the game. It's good. Just go play it.
Right.
We're not
Okay.
biased at all, no, you know.
Right. Right. Okay. I would like to say, I mean, I was talking about this with Lazy Freddy. I was like, yo, not everybody's like on the beta. Not everybody's opted in. Like, and I was asking him like, why do you think so? And he's like, I don't think everybody reads the forums. I mean, not every single person that bought the game reads the forums. And you know, we're in a beta patch, so I guess like you know it's okay to have it just like you know regulated just a few people, but at the same time it kind of makes it hard to like find matches. But I was
Mm.
wanted to know what did y'all think? Like, I mean, how can we get more people to opt in the beta for now, and then like later once they feel everything is complete, then they can just like maybe send out a patch to automatically update the game. But what do you guys think?
Well, I
Um,
think, yeah, I think we're reaching out more or less as good as we can. You know, all the usual channels, Twitter and Facebook and all that. So
Yeah,
just make sure that people that have can search KOF on Google maybe can find it at one of these websites. But that's I'm saying that recent player tab is really kind of a big deal
Mhm.
because then we don't have to cast a wide net over the internet, so to speak, and we can just get to people individually.
Right. Okay.
yeah, I think you know if you think about the kind of general mainstream audience, the whole netcode thing, as you said, isn't really important. For the player base, it's really important, and for the tournaments that we run, we have to like at least for the last 2 days, I've had to say, okay, are you using the beta? Okay, do this. Go to right click on your properties,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that whole thing is even complicated anyway for the normal user. So
Yeah.
if the normal current release version is working okay for people at home and they're playing the game, then fine. But for us, the players, yeah, we need to just tell everyone. But I think they kind of know. I mean, if they are like players in the FGG, I think they know because
Yeah.
they'll meet someone and go, look, man, use the beta.
Right. 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 You know what's funny is that even some people that read and post on the forums don't have debate. I think I saw like a topic or two, and someone's like, "Yeah, man, my matches are desyncing. People are getting 99999 MS ping," and then somebody's like, "Did you like opt in the beta?" And it's like, "Let me check. No, I didn't." And so yeah, well, yeah. So it's a little, I think, not straightforward, but I mean, it's okay. It's a beta. It's a So I guess like we'll have to wait once things are like really like completed, then things will be automatically updated for everybody to be on the same page. For
Mhm.
everything. All right. Okay. Well, why don't we talk a little bit about shifting away from netcode and talk about differences gameplay of 13 to 98 UMFE. And I know Juicebox, you kind of wanted to share some things about that. Um, so yeah, man, off the top of your head, man, what can you share?
Well, there's the obvious stuff. There's no drive cancels. There's no HD meter. None of that crap. I thought it was cool, but if we want to use some analogies here, Street Fighter 2 is to Street Fighter 4, as KOF98 is to KOF13. There's all this extra cool stuff, and some things are a little easier, but 98 is a much simpler, more compact sort of game. Now, most of the techniques work, like making your special moves, holding the button down so it comes out a little bit. That still works. Um, Using running and then hitting back on the button to throw. Um, pushing the button at the right time to defend yourself against a jump in and a throw. All that stuff still works, but there's just there's just really tiny differences in how they are actually implemented. Like, if I'm holding back and you jump in and I try to hit the kick button right when you land, I'm noticing I don't get a normal or a throw sometimes, and you can just close C and beat me. That might be netcode, but like sometimes I'll notice sometimes when I try to go for throw, sometimes I'm not getting it. That might just be me. But let's see. You'll generally have to confirm off of 2 hits in this game. Not a lot of characters are going to have too common of a 3-hit confirm.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like if you jump in, like with King, and you hit jump C, if that jump C isn't perfect, you're not going to get both hits of close D. And you're not going to get crouch B, crouch A either. Or crouch B, stand B. So you have to just do jump C, low A, and that's it. Or yet your jump C has to be perfect so you get both hits of close D. So comboing is a tiny bit more precise, but other than that, the way you go about winning and spacing yourself and playing the general game, it's all more or less the same.
Right. Okay. Gunsmith, anything you'd like to add or back up?
Yeah. It's like you said. It's like going back in time. It's blur. However, you do have ultimate mode, which kind of suddenly made the game a little bit more difficult and tricky, because you've got a kind of Roman council kind of thing going on, and you're like, what? I've just noticed the other day you can max up while blocking. I didn't know you could do that, and I was like, whoa! Which kind of scares the opponent as well, which is fun.
Yeah.
It adds another dimension to it, and it's cool. I still haven't really got the hang of it, and it looks like some of the combos are pretty much set in stone. It's like there's only one way to get a super max ultimate mode combo cancel thing, and I don't know, but yeah, it's cool. Because one of the things you'll notice with KOF98, you can't use your super move unless if you're in advanced mode, you've got to max up.
Yeah.
And in EX mode, you've got to charge up and be on like literally near death. So that's a lot of fun. So if you're trying to attack and keep it fluid, you've got to. And that's the fun thing about the system. You've got to hold on for a second, power up, which gives your opponent a chance to breathe, which is cool. But now they've put the ultimate mode in, it's like, well, I don't have to do that anymore. I can keep attacking you, and I will go into max up mode and then scare the crap out of them. But then you have all of that fun stuff going on, because it's not actually part of the combo, although it could be. Good grief. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so, yeah, it's simple, but ultimate mode has made it a little bit more complicated again.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what he's talking about, there are times where, like in extra mode, whoops, excuse me. There are times in extra mode where, you push all 3 buttons to activate your mode, but in ultimate, you can do this during some things, like during the recovery of a special, the recovery of a normal or something, and it kind of acts like a cancel, but what it actually does is it just reduces recovery.
Yeah.
So I was figuring this out like with King. King can combo her hard trap shot into her light trap shot if you pop at the right time during the recovery of the first one. Then you recover quick enough to get the second one off. But you can pop it too late to where it doesn't work. So basically, you're reducing recovery, and you can use that to create some new combos. If you look up any kind of 98 Ultimate match, there's a couple of FE combo videos already, like Cafe Id put out a cool one. But if you look those up, you'll see all these pops mid-combo, and what they're doing is they're just timing a pop at a certain move to make a new combo possible. Like Robert can like bar C into crouch D or something like that. But, yeah, that's what's.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. I would say for myself, man, main differences is just like I feel like 98 compared to 13. It's much more like pokey. Like you know what I'm saying. You can get by with just good pokes, good spacing. Throwing a couple of neatly placed projectiles. Like as far as the high-low game, I feel that is compared to like 13. It can still be dangerous. It depends on which character you play with. It's not like in 13, like you do crouch B, you got meter, and then like man, there's damage, opportunities.
Way.
Yeah. Well, while in 98, you can still, do some pretty beefy damage, but they're shorter. But I feel like because of the cancel window, it requires some practice. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Like hit confirm in 13, not dropping the combo, while in 98 you need like it almost like in my perspective and opinion, it feels almost like links a little bit. If you're doing crouch B, crouch A, forward A with Iori, then like a super or whatever, then yeah, you have to put some time, work, and practice into that. And also some characters don't really have much to go on from a crouch B, like Yashiro, Goro, but he has stand B that can go into whatever, which is pretty cool. But I think that's one of my kind of main differences is like the game has very big hitboxes, whereas in 13 I feel like the hitboxes was kind of like shrunk a little bit.
Yep.
And it kind of goes back to what I said, that the game is a bit more poke based.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and not too much heavy on like the big combos and stuff like that. Oh yeah, also juggles is kind of a little bit more difficult in 98. Like even with Kyo, you go in the corner, do his up kicks, and you try to do up kick again, you have to like get like precise like juggle point moment or whatever. When 13, you can kind of do it with your eyes closed and with bad timing. So yeah, I definitely feel those are kind of the big differences. And also there's also proximity unblockables where 13 didn't really have any. So I think that can kind of throw some new people off a little bit. I know some people don't really know what a proximity unblockable is. I kind of define it as like a command throw without a whiff animation. What is y'all definition of it?
That's the only thing I was thinking of for proximity unblockable. Is he talking about a grab?
Yeah. Right.
It's like you're talking about like Shingo's thing and
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's kind of that feels like a grab. I mean, like,
is it a grab? No, it's not a grab, but it's a what? It's an unblockable though. What?
Yeah.
Kind of a grab.
Yeah.
It's awesome, whatever it is. It's awesome.
Right. Okay. So any other like differences y'all want to talk about between the games before we move on?
Kind of an important one is there isn't really any damage scaling. So if you can make a combo longer, do it. You're gonna be getting big damage either way. That's kind of a tiny thing though. But no, that's all I can think of.
Okay.
EX characters,
Oh yeah.
Like, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if a character has an EX version, if that character was in 94 or was it 95? Yeah, I believe it was either 94 or 95, but there's a character, if they have an EX version, it's either their 94 or 95 version.
Or real bout too.
Or real bout, like basically.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of the characters like Yamazaki, he was not in 94 or 95, but he's got an EX character, and that's from Fatal Fury Real Bout. Whatever, Fatal Fury, can't remember which one it is. Yeah. And I guess that goes for Blue Mary and Billy as well. No, Billy was in 94. No. Mm-hmm. Yes? No? Too old for this. But anyway, yeah, the EX characters are a lot of fun.
There are some banned characters, but I think the the lobbies actually do that for you. Like under one of the options is characters, you can say normal or all. And you can say all and allow Omega Rugal and I think EX Leona and EX Iori and
Yeah.
stuff. But if you just set it to normal, they shouldn't be selectable. Just keep that in mind if you're playing at home, offline. Just make sure you're not getting too used to that Omega Rugal stuff.
Yeah.
So awesome, man! I had a Orochi and Mega Rugal and Gainitz, and the other guy was like, "Okay, what is this game?" I was like, "This is great. What do you want? This is superpowers." Wow, wow, wow. I should do a tournament with just boss characters. I'm sure it'll be real fun.
Oh man. Ooh,
If like we were in Japan, like this would be happening, right? And it would be like the most insane things going on, and probably 50 billion people tuning in, or maybe 5 people.
Somebody would still pick AG.
Yeah, it's like right. Okay. But like in '95, people had those teams. It was like Saishu, someone else, and then Omega Rugal, and you're like, okay, so whoever gets to have Omega Rugal last would win, and it was, it was fun times.
Okay. One thing I want to bring up real quick, man. A lot of people sometimes ask me about resources where they can learn the game, get B&Bs, basic information. I direct them mainly to the SRK98UM Wiki because that's been around for a while. Not all the pages are complete, but it has a good amount of info. Any other places y'all suggest?
But doesn't Dream Council have that stuff?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I was the only old guy who couldn't be bothered with this kind of thing.
No.
It's like, I was like, 98 again? No.
No.
Don't do this, man. No.
Usually I just direct people to that same Sure You Can Wiki. Like as far as like information on the general systems, it's really, really thorough. And then it has like a section on hitboxes and spacing, like really good general information. The character specifics, it'll depend on which character you play if that section is done or not. But I mean, I stream the game often. I try to, I'm learning as I go. Like I'm learning characters maybe one day or so. I try to let people ask me questions because then if I don't know, I'll go figure it out. But
a good resource for the old people will be GameFAQs. You've got a whole load of character guides in there by people who've been playing for years. Some of them might be a whole lot of story bollocks, but
that was one thing I was kind of worried about at first with but I haven't checked it out. I think I might have to, man. Okay. No, I was just saying that at first I was kind of worried that a lot of the guys will be story based, like you said, but I need to check it out.
Chizuru lost her powers to Ash Crimson. Now, Ash Crimson, let me tell you about this asshole right here.
Yeah. Being an old codger myself, I can tell you why that happened, and it's not always because they were fans. One of the reasons, or one of the things people used to do in GameFAQs was obviously be competitive with your FAQ. And one of the things, of course, that people realized was that people would look at the size of your FAQ, not the quality. And you're like, how can I make my FAQ bigger? I know, I'll copy all the information from all the comics and all the history books and all the crap that you could possibly stick in there. And then my FAQ will look huge. Look at my huge FAQ. Yes, you want to look at it. Go on, press it, click it. Oh yeah. So, yeah, there might be some valuable information in there if you can get through all of the other crap. But it's stuff. Politics has always been around, man. Des, you still there?
3000K.
Yeah.
Must be good.
Have we lost Des?
Hey, 1 second, guys. I'm getting some lag from y'all's feed real quick. I don't know if it's my computer. Did y'all hear any of that?
Hear what?
It was just a lot of like, it probably was just coming just from me. Maybe it's my computer, but it was just lagging up or whatever. Okay, it should be good.
We hear you fine. I hear you fine now, anyway.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, great. Because I couldn't hear much you said, but I'll probably listen. No, it was like stuttering just from my.
Watch the replay.
Yeah. Okay, all right, cool.
Catch me on a TiVo.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny actually because I was doing a couple of 5-minute guides and really. It's like from old memory and just shoving some things out there, no fancy editing, just try to cram in a little bit of information into 5 minutes, and shoving it on YouTube. And the funny thing is, like, someone would say, yeah, you know, that what you said about that move wasn't really correct. And I said, okay, well, what else have you got? You got something to compare with?
Yeah.
And silence. I'm sure there must be something on YouTube, but the thing is, YouTube's not actually that new, if I think about it, because as I said, like, when we were looking for stuff, it was really GameFAQs at the time, and forums and forums and forums.
Yeah.
Videos, that was a luxury. That was top tier stuff, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I don't know. That's it. I guess it's going to be the wiki. Some really, if you could dig through the old forums. In fact, actually, yeah, there's some stuff on Orochimaru. Probably that might be useful. But of course, this is so some things have changed, but some of the general ideas be there, and there may be some forums somewhere on the internet with some old information. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, we got to make some new videos. But
I would say the big thing is, you know, if you're trying to learn the game, keep talking to people. Keep talking to other people who play the game. Somebody knows something. Like, if you want to play Geese and all you know how to do is throw fireballs, but you don't know any combos, then you're probably still pretty good. But if you do want to learn those combos, then there's probably going to be a Geese player somewhere who can teach you those things. Or, you know, maybe me or, you know, Gunsmith here can just be like, 5 minutes, let's see what we can figure out. You know, the point is the information is there and we can get it now, so just stay vigilant and, you know, get it yourself too. Training.
No, to be honest, I think this generation, or at least just nowadays, they aren't really going to go looking up GameFAQs or not spending 5 years on wiki. I think they're going to like to watch videos and stuff like that. That's my impression. So anything that you decide to put out, Juice, I'm sure will be definitely very good, and it will get the people interested. So yeah. Let's just keep on with that, man. I think that's probably the best way forward.
Cool. Yeah, I thought your videos are 5 minute guys were pretty good. As far as like being very critical, I kind of like, and you express this a lot in your videos that, you know, it's for people getting into the game. Is quick basics. It's nothing too super complex or nothing to bring you to the Evo or anything like that, or to you know, dueling the KOF. It's just to get you in the game, and then from there you can kind of take it where you want it, you know, to go as far as your gameplay. I feel so. I mean, I think your videos are, you know, they're pretty helpful, you know, for the new players and or people just trying to refresh a little bit. So I like them, man.
Cool. Okay. So, Juice, I'm looking forward to you doing some more.
Oh, man.
And you can do better combos than me, because I can't do combos for shit. So, some B&Bs would be good, man. Definitely.
We'll have to see, yeah.
And the thing is, it's KOF98, so it's not going to be drive, cancel, drive, cancel, drive, cancel. It's just going to be punch, flying punch, kick, forward and A, something. Super!
Here's how you play King. You Venom Strike, and then you sit there, and then you crouch C. And if they don't do anything, then you slide.
Yeah, why not, man? No, seriously, I think just in B&B combos, I mean, the whole setup stuff, that's when people can argue, like, oh, yeah, but what if he jumps? Or what if he rolls? What if he CD counters? What if he does nothing?
Yeah. What if Shanghai just beats you? How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look at the time. All right, we're kind of getting up there. Any like final statements you want to make about 98UMFE, the netcode, the gameplay at all? To you know,
I'll make just one little thing.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Like, I guess you could call me an 09er. I didn't get good at fighting games until Street Fighter 4. I played fighting games before then. I was interested, but I wasn't really any good at them until Street Fighter 4. And then I found KOF 13, and I'm like, oh, this game is awesome, and KOF is awesome. But now that I'm playing 98, I'm starting to see why there's so much old love for the game, why people have still been playing it, you know, the whole dream match never ends thing. You know, I'm starting to get a feel of how, you know, because there are a lot of characters, because there are the modes, which Final Edition, you know, even helps even further, you know, and just because of how simple and tight the game is, like, I'm starting to understand how this game is a bit different and maybe even more enjoyable, depending on your taste, as far as the KOF games are concerned. Like, it's starting to become a better KOF game than 13 in my eyes. You know, just in the sense that, you know, the hyperdrive meter, it wasn't really a comeback mechanic because you had to plan it. But all the really, really good players were planning it in such a way that they would always come back with it. And so the game ended up being a battle of resources. There was still lots of spacing, neutral, and, you know, picking the strong characters and all that. But the hyperdrive meter had a very, very large effect on high-level play in KOF 13. And that effect is completely gone in 98. And 98, because of that, it feels less of a battle of resources, although you still got to save some meter, and more of a just make the good reads, space yourself well, and, you know, don't pick the crappiest of the crappiest characters. But, you know, even that issue is, you know, is small in 13 and is even smaller in 98, so far as I can tell, especially with the final edition changes. Like, they made a bunch of changes to Brian Battler and stuff. Not that that matters. What is it? Cafe Id. God, what's his name? Name some Cafe Id players.
Matt KOF.
Matt KOF.
Oh, yeah.
Matt KOF was kicking ass with Brian Battler over QQ on the old version and stuff. But I think that for people that like 13 because it's different than other 2D fighters, they're gonna like 98 even more. It's simple, it's compact, it's really the core of, in my opinion, the KOF gameplay, and I'm really, really digging it. And I hope that lots of other people can dig it. I'm gonna be playing this a long time, you know, until Yatagarasu comes out, then I'll be switching, you know. But this is probably my favorite KOF so far, and I hope that, you know, people pick it up and are really gonna enjoy it like I am.
All right, great, man.
Okay.
Well said. What about you, Gunsmith? Any final statements regarding this game?
You know, when I heard this was coming out, I really didn't like the idea because I knew this kind of thing was going to happen. All the work and all the effort that we spent to promote KOF 13 could easily be trashed now because of this game. This game is easier to play, although the combos are kind of stricter.
Yeah, they are.
But it's got a whole load more characters, and a whole load more variety, and it's 98. It's the dream match. It's got all the things that they couldn't stick into 13 that they didn't have time to, which they probably will for 14, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
But no, I hate to say this, but knowing them, it will probably be complete in 15. In KOF 15, we're going to have everything. But 98 had all the stuff. Like 97 was unfinished. It was an unfinished game. You could see that. But 98 had all the like character interactions, all the special introductions,
Yeah.
all the end quotes to each other, all of the stuff that you love about the characters, and not just the combos. So it's a really, really amazing game. And it's, you know, it's 98. That's like the fourth iteration. That's why it was the dream match. And now Final Edition has all these other characters and EX characters as well. And it's like, whoa, so much to do.
Yeah.
And it really does scare me because you know, I see people say, "Hey, I played 13. Hey, what's this 98? Lego fighters? You know, what are these graphics?" But you know, once you play it for a while, you're like, "Hey, this is funny, man. You know, I can live. I'm not getting karate juggling me in the corner for 5 minutes. I can do punch grab, way, and it's easy. It's fun. And yeah, I suppose I hope it does well. I don't really want it to do that well because as much as we love it, you're not going to see this at Evo. Yeah, you know, it's like, do I want to see
I'll
Lego
bring a
on the big
laptop.
screen?
I'll bring 98 to Evo. Let's play.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I guess you're talking mainly main stage, right?
Yeah.
If anybody can bring anything to...
Yeah, sure. Being a side tournament's cool, I know, but like a main game, you're just like, well, I mean... But the funny thing is, saying that, I mean, look, we had KOF 97, well, what? The most spectated game of all time now. What?
Yeah, as far as fighting games. Eerily silent on that issue.
I'm just wondering how many old people were sitting there in their armchairs and wheelchairs going, yeah, 97. It's like, what are we doing, man? Are we trying to move forward or move backwards? And
well, that crowd I saw on the stream, they looked like a lot of young people.
Really? God, man.
You didn't see the camera? You didn't see the camera that was facing the crowd? It looked like people were sitting on the floor.
Jeez, man. Yeah.
We should just be gifting away copies of 98 on Steam. Just be like, hey kids, here's this new old game.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they could gift it to themselves. They just get the, pirate copy, and they just, if they really like it, they can buy it and go online. That's a pretty good idea. It's funny when they ask you questions. Hey, what's why? There's no logo on the start screen, man. This thing's crap. I'm like, how much did you pay for this exactly?
Right. Well,
can you get the update?
yeah. Yep. Well, under any circumstance, man, I think the price is affordable, man. Like it's come on, it's $14.99, man. I think if you're not just like begging for change on the corner, man, you can afford it, or at least like get someone to help you out. That's just my opinion.
What's the minimum wage?
In the United States, what's the federal, like 7 something, but states override?
Wow, 2 hours flipping burgers. Whoa.
It's cheap, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? I don't condone no pirating of no kind. Just buy the game and support. Code Mystics, they did a very good job.
Definitely did.
Putting the netcode. And I'm gonna be honest, man. At first, hearing about the input delay, no rollback, I was like, no. But now I'm like, hey, this is great. This is good. I mean, this is like, I have no kind of complaints, man. Just play under a certain amount of ping, and you should be good. And even some of the people I've seen on the Steam forums that were talking, oh man, you put in rollback, put in GGPO, implement it, just slap it in there, throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? They're quiet now. They're like,
they are quiet now.
Yeah. You notice?
Done. It's
done. Even one guy.
Rollbacks, netcodes.
Yeah. Even one guy on the forums or whatever that was just like talking all this crap. Put in GGPO, put in a rollback. It's not good. This dude is like, hey, this is actually pretty good. I'm surprised. I'm able to play people a city away or like a region away or country away, and it's actually playable. And I was like, okay, all right, we might have something here, and they're continually updating it as well. So I gotta tip my hat, pop my collar, raise a glass up to Code Mystics, man.
Here.
Yeah. I mean, really, regardless of input delay or rollback, you have to avoid super high pings or super far away players anyway. So it's just a matter of, how few settings do you have to jiggle before you can get it working.
Exactly.
As far as input delay netcodes go, KOF13 I thought was okay. Obviously, like Street Fighter 4 on console is pretty good.
Yeah.
And then the best one that I had played thus far, though, was actually Yatagarasu because it had an adjustable delay. And as soon as I heard that this game had adjustable delay, I'm like, that's it. This is fine. We don't need anything else, and right now it's working great. Like, just avoid the super high pings, and any netcode is going to work well as long as it's done well. And Code Mystics did a really good job. So. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, real quick, Juice. You said Yatagarasu has you manual input delay. How does where do you put it in the game? Where does it work at? If people that don't know.
For people that don't know, once you've gotten into the lobby and connected to each other and you're at the character select screen, on your keyboard you can hit letter O to turn it down 1 and letter P to turn it up 1. And you can go from 0 to 5. So you can actually feel it out because you're connected on the character select screen. You can go up to 5 and be like, oh, this is smooth now, or oh, we're close together, I can try a little bit lower. There's only one setting, so if both of you are messing with it, it'll keep adjusting up and down. But the point is you can adjust it on the character select and feel it out. Now that's going to go away, though, when the final release is.
Okay.
Yatagarasu, they did it Indiegogo, and they got enough money. One of the extra features was GGPO. They're going to add GGPO to the final version, but the netcode that was on the original was input delay with adjustable, and the current version, which is the beta, still has that. But in the final, they're going to implement GGPO anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny that, wasn't it? It's like, GGPO. Okay, you want to pay for it? Actually, yeah, we do. And okay, all right then. We'll just have GGPO then. So hopefully everything works out there. Because man, if they stick it in and then it doesn't work, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Really
because wasn't that the case with the first run of Third Strike Online? You remember, at first it was kind of shaky.
Yeah, like a bunch of people didn't have an open NAT. They were like yellow or red, and it has to do with router settings. Like GGPO, you need router settings regardless. Doesn't matter if you're on console or PC or whatever, and that's why Third Strike Online on console was not as good as Third Strike on GGPO used to be on PC, was because there were a whole bunch of people where the routers were all weren't doing things right. So putting GGPO on a console is a surefire way to get a bunch of wireless players and a bunch of people who don't know how to set up their networks, and GGPO won't fix that. Is the problem.
Yeah, that's a really big problem, and that's the things that people forget when they start crying out for GPO. It's like, yeah, okay, you know how to use PC and a router? Okay, good, because console players don't.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, it doesn't work. Well, okay, thanks for that. But yeah, no, I just want to quickly say, yeah, thanks to Code Mystics and SNK for working on this. And if you like KOF, you like the old school KOF, and you're looking forward to KOF 2002 then you need to support and show that you're interested in this, because a whole load of people playing the game at home on their whatever version isn't going to show SNK that there's an interest. All these people that cried out for KOF 2002 on PSN, they're probably going to get it, by the way. If you don't buy these games, you don't get the next one.
Yeah.
That's how it works, So if you really want it, buy it, gift it to some other people, whatever, man. But if Steam doesn't succeed, you're not going to get any more. That's how it works, dude.
Yeah. Okay. And I would like to praise Code Mystics for their communication. They're really talking with people. They're on Twitter, they're on the Steam forums, they're really helpful and just really talkative with the players and the community about any problems or any things that people are expressing about the game, and they're on it communication wise. So that's like one thing I really like is communication between the developers and the players. So big ups to them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, let's get up out of here. Let's throw some shout-outs in the air, some plugs if you guys have them, and let's get out of here. So, Gunsmith, man, shout-outs.
It's like springing a dirty combo on me. Like, anyway, right. Anyway, yeah, shout-outs. Okay. I'd obviously like to shout out to my Orochinagi brothers, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for being a part of the team and promoting the game and helping everyone in the KOF community. Second, of course, is my bros at Dream Council across the pond, and Juicebox as well, for keeping the scene going. You guys are very, very important with what you do. Don't you forget it. Yeah, shout-outs to everyone who buys my T-shirt and everyone who buys the book. Remember this book, the FGC yearbook? Yeah, on Amazon now.
Yeah,
hey, yeah, it's awesome. It's probably got your picture in it somewhere. I don't know, maybe. But
a little candid picture.
Yeah.
Like, there's my head. There's my head.
Exactly. That's the back of my elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to there's a video of it somewhere on YouTube, and there's also, like, you can look at it in Amazon. You can look at the first couple of pages. So if you like that, it's a cool thing. Shout outs to all the guys in the KOF community right now that are still organizing and working on KOF 13 and trying to keep the scene going. Thanks to you guys. It really means a lot to everyone, because without there can be a scene without organizers, but honestly, to get something really hype, you need to have an event, something to look forward to, I think, and that keeps people playing. So thanks to all of you guys as well, and thanks to everyone who plays KOF and everyone who's watching. Why not?
All right, great. Thanks. Juicebox, shout outs, plugs, anything.
Shout outs to all the guys who continuously check out my stream and keep asking KOF questions. Hope you guys stick around, keep learning, keep playing. Shout outs to Eternal Rival for the hat, the shirt, and some of the other stuff. I'm glad they still have KOF shirts. Shout outs to Code Mystics. Shout outs to Dream Cancel and Orochinagi, keeping up the KOF sites and everything. Pretty slim list for me. I'm I'm just happy this game is out, and I'm happy that it works, and that's all I need. I'm gonna go play.
All right, great. All right, thank you for joining us, Juicebox. Shout outs on my end. Well, I'll just do promo and plugs again. Dream Cancel t-shirts on sale, dreamcancel.spreadshirt.com. Get this one if you want. Louis Sean Mysterio.
Lewis not included.
Yeah. Yeah. Shirts only. Get this. Make your own shirt for free. Download the KOF13 frame data app where you can check out numbers on your phone, certain moves. In the heat of the moment when you're getting beat down, you're like, oh man, this move is unsafe or whatever. So go ahead and get that. Yeah. Shout out to Signed by Our KOF. Excuse me. Woo, I was going to say 13. KOF98UM final. Excuse me. Ultimate Match Final Edition. Get it on Steam. It's $14.99, and you know Steam does sales every now and then, so you could probably get it a little less than if you really can't afford $15.
I think the next sale it'll probably go down to $10 or so, maybe half off.
Yeah. Yep. And we did a short little release party up at the chat last week, and it was pretty good. Maybe future events we might follow what you're doing, Gunsmith, and just go to the Steam group chat. You know, that way people aren't fumbling between browsers and whatnot. So we might do that in the future. It's a pretty good idea.
Give it a try. It's not so simple. But yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you gotta like kind of throw that link around a little bit for people to really get to there. But I think it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited Match. Not sure when that's coming out. Maybe sometime in the future. Waiting patiently. I'm excited for that because I really like 2K2UM.
I'm not playing it. I'm telling you right now. I'm walking away from the game. No way, man.
Why, man?
I know, man. No, man. It's like, okay, that's when the HD meters start coming in. You're like, oh, crap.
It's not that bad, man.
Oh, man, that thing was tough. I remember doing Nameless's combo. It's like, no.
You mean tough like difficult or like tough like...
It was tough, man. I did a video on it. You had to like use bare shortcuts and things.
Well, that's good. I mean, because like then it's not like people can just like scrub with it or whatever. You just got to really get it down, man.
2002 seems closer to 13 than 98, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. But it's got characters in there that will just make you punch your screen.
Right. Okay.
Shout will not be named.
Yeah. Shout out to KOFfuneralblogspot.com. Check out their Facebook now coverage in Mexico. Download KOF13 on Steam.
Just missed it.
Yep. Check out KOF13 hitbox.blogspot.com, where you can check out images of normals for all the characters in KOF13 and some command moves. They have some GIFs on there as well. And also want to just shout out, as I said before, Lazy Freddy's playlist with the videos of all the hitboxes for the characters and stuff like that. Viewing it in slow motion is pretty cool because you can see it in action and stuff like that. Shout out to the Nest organization Taiwan. Shout out to Zero Black Chile. Chat with us at Chatwing at Dream Council on the front page. Shout out to our good people, Rojanaji, Gunsmith. Thanks again for joining today's episode. Steam. Shout out to Steam. I like Steam. View the forums via Tap Talk. Download the app on your phone so you can check out the forums wherever you are and post and get messages. And you can also add other forums as well. Like I have Dust Loop on there as well. So go ahead and download it on your smartphone. Big ups to Kings of Colorado. Big ups to FM Sway. Big ups to SLR Rosarito on it down in Mexico. Tournaments coming up. Again, Winter Showdown 2 in January 10th, 2015. KOF13 will be there. And Gunsmith, if you don't mind, can you tell people again about the little like bonus if you go to the...
Oh, yeah. So if you go to check it out on Facebook, you'll be able to find the link somewhere. But If you pay attention to the event page, Visio will be posting some Steam discount codes on there. So you just need to join the event, even if you're not even going, but just join it and check it out. Might be lucky.
All right, cool, great. And also, Frosty Frostings. Oh man, I think this is 7, I believe, the 7th iteration of Frosty's Frostings. Very big Guilty Gear Center tournament. KOF will be there. I will be there. So if you find me and you want to play, just hit me up and I'll play with you. And that is going down January 23rd. I didn't say that before, but yeah, January 23rd. Northbrook, I believe, Illinois. If you want to know more, just type it in Google. Type Frosty's Frostings and pre-register. So if you're in the Midwest, go ahead and go. And like I said before, we might try to do 98 final edition there, or if worst comes to worst, might have to do OG Yeah. So I mean, it might be fun. It might be cool. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll definitely have to see. Maybe break out the Xbox, or if somebody has a laptop that can run FE. That isn't like a stopwatch, you know, we could probably run it. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. And I just realized this is going to be the last podcast of the year, and yeah, 2014 is closing up. And when we return in January, we might do a welcome 2015, talk about ways we can make things better and better and better for that year, keep KOF alive and stuff like that. I'm also pretty much finished with the highlights video for KOF 13 for the year 2014, so be on the lookout for that.
Cool.
What else? I think that's probably it. Just yep, keep playing KOF. After this, I'm going to play some 98UMFE on Steam. So if y'all want to meet up in the group Steam chat, go right ahead.
Got a guy right here, right now, waiting for you. Buckwheat, yeah, okay.
Oh, Buck! Oh, shout out to
buddy.
Buckwheat, yo. Yeah, I think he lives in Minnesota, man. So shout out to him.
Okay.
We might play offline. All right, cool. So yeah, that's about it. Thumbs up if you like this episode. Spread it around on Facebook, on Twitter. If you're still on MySpace, go on MySpace. If you're still on Friendster, go up on there. Go on Google Plus and yeah. Go on Google Plus and share this video. Share it through YouTube. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks a lot again, Juicebox. Thanks a lot again, Gunsmith from Orochinaji. And we are out. See you later. Peace and have a good New Year.
See you guys later.